It's week 1 of the National Football League, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Packers and the Falcons on Monday Night Prime Time.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, a new season finally here. We had the great one Thursday night. All sorts of intrigue in the games yesterday, and now we put a bow on this first weekend with a good one here tonight.
We do put a spotlight on key games, don't we? Even key nights. Thursday night has become a spotlight night. How about Sunday night? But there still is some magic to playing on Monday night, and these two teams are feeling it.
Ready to get us started, Rodrigo Blankenship. And we are underway on a Monday night. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's May. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made. No grounding. They go play action now. May. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. Looking to throw. May out to his left. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the first down marker. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on fourth down. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. So here the Falcons now as they get set for their opening possession. And leading them out is their fifth-year quarterback.
And he left North Carolina with most of his school's records, and at one point was thought to be maybe the #1 quarterback in his draft class. He does bring deceptive athleticism and plenty of upside to the table. Add some consistency, and maybe he can really unlock what he can be in the NFL.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. They'll go right back to Nwangu. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This now a third and 4. Now Howell. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Up the middle they go with Gore. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Howell down to throw it. That one taken in by T. Higgins. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's third and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On the toss, here's Nwangu. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The give right side for Gibbs. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Here's 3rd and a few inches. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They'll throw with May. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Head off to Gibbs, headed right here. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. From the shotgun, it's May. Right side catch. This is Gates. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. On play action, May. Rolling to his right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. To the air, May. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. On the ground, it's the rookie out of Florida. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Throwing here is May. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Aaron Sipas now. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Out of the gun, it's Howell. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Juju Brents. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Powell finds his man, Watson, over the middle. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Now a 2nd and 6. Here's Jones. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Throwing here, Howell. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete.
Complete to number 22. He's taken out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
A handoff right. It's Gore. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Second down, 8 to go from the 28. And they'll try to run the option here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 9 here. To throw, it's May. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Aaron Siposs on to punt as he'll get this one away now. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. First play's a run with Nwangu. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. Vernon. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
That was a good forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well. And we saw in that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Howell. That's taken in by Higgins. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Here's Howell. Over the middle, complete. It's Watson. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Faking the handoff. Howell. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. The fumble on first down now. Here's 2nd down. And Howell will throw it. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Howell, he'll look to throw it. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. Here's May. In trouble, and he's taken down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Gibbs straight ahead. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The Packers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. From the shotgun, May with it. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Throwing to start the drive. Howell. Buying time. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
At the 13-yard line.
Straight ahead, here's Luongo. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He hits his target, left side, Watson. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Howell. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. Off play action. It's Howell. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
The Packers ready to take over offensively. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We've got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
Looking to throw, May. Gates with a grab. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. They'll throw with May. Gates has it over the middle. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 2nd and 5. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and we are tied at 7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. In motion left goes a tight end. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. Looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. A short one there to Freiermuth. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. From the shotgun, it's May. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To the air, May. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Throwing here is May. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 32-yard line. They'll look to throw again. Right side catch. This is Gates. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jahmyr Gibbs, 15 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Howell. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle, Nwangu. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back to Nwangu again on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try the left side. Vernon. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Howell down to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 31-yard line. Handoff here to Nwangu. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. Down to about the 22 here. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Handoff right side to Nwangu. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Another run now for Nwangu. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll try it up the gut with Gore. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Howell. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Zay Jones, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
He's got a man. It's his fullback.
And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Off the play fake. Here's May. On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
To throw, it's May.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's May.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Lamb in motion left.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Here's May. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
From the shotgun, May with it.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line.
4th down, here's May.
And it's a Packers touchdown.
Pat Freiermuth.
From 13 yards out.
And the Packers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14.
Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing here, Howell.
Jones has it. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Back to throw, Howell. To the sideline and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Another throw for Howell. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Howell, he'll look to throw it. The throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And incomplete on the deep ball. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where it was the Cowboys who get the win at home. Tyler Boyd, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. From there, we get up to the Rocky Mountains to check on the Broncos at home in Denver. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Raiders. Saquon Barkley, a touchdown run in the victory. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie. See what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And they were winners in that one over the visiting New York Giants. J.J. McCarthy. Touchdown passes in the victory. In the first half, it was the Alabama man, Jahmyr Gibbs, who had it cooking. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Here's Howell. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32.
Holding. Offense.
So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packers offense and Drake May headed back on. Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at their 38. Looking to throw. May. Gates with the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They'll throw with May. And that's complete to Gates. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He'll look to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Falcons are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the third quarter. But now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Incomplete. Leads to second and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And Howe will throw it. Caught on the right side by Jones. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Now Howe. They'll set up the screen for Nwangu. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. The Packers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Throwing here is May. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
On now is the Packers punter, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt.
And it will be Falcon football.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory.
61 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 45-yard line.
They'll go right back to Nwangu.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
That's good for a Falcons 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
This time they'll throw it with Howell. He finds his receiver, Watson.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Howell.
He completes it to Jones. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
On the give is Nwangu. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Packers 17.
So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive.
Nwangu.
And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Up the middle they go with Gore. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons.
Connor Hayward.
A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Falcons are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain.
they'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
This one incomplete and over everybody. Looked like a clear throwaway, but the officials, they're going to say there's a receiver over there in the area, so no flags, and it's third down. To the air, May. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
2nd and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Yeah, every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
Third and long always tilts to the defense. And I just remember as a player how many times it was hammered into my head. Know where the sticks are and get him down in front of it. But sometimes what happens is you worry about where that is much more than the person who has the ball. And on that play, they didn't have enough focus on him. And somehow he turned a short pass into a first down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Gibbs. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it. But don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Chad Ryland now on for the field goal.
From the right hash, this from 44 yards out.
And his kick is good. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21.
So no problems at all on that one. And you know there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
The Falcons offense and Sam Howell set to go once more. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm willing to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Oh, Howell loses it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it.
And now headed the other way. They're across midfield.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gibbs. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. Off the play fake. Here's May. He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Green Bay.
To throw, it's May.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
2 yards to go, second down. From the shotgun, it's May. Touchdown, Packers! Pat Freiermuth. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Falcons offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Al down to throw it.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Now it's Nwangu.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Howell. And this is incomplete. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Looking to throw. Howell. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32 and obviously well short of the first down.
A 49-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Green Bay's offense ready to go again. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
61 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
From the shotgun, May with it.
Over the middle, complete. That's Gibbs. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here's May. A short one there to Freiermuth.
Just a gain of a couple there. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun, it's May. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week one. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. From the 32-yard line now, here's second down and 7. Now a give running right, Nwangu. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing here, Howell. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. On the out route, it's Lamb with the grab. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Another run for Gibbs here. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. Here is 3rd and 5. He'll drop to throw. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4. First down would have been nice, but now you get to kick the field goal, still go up 2 scores.
They tried to get it, though, didn't they? Threw the pass, got the completion just short of the first down. But you're exactly right. Run the field goal unit out there. Kick it. Put it through the post. Go up 2 scores.
Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Looking to throw. May. Over the middle and complete to Moore. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that will bring up 2nd down. They'll throw with May. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And when you're in a 1-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's May. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. That time a 9-play drive. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Atlanta now coming out on the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now a short pass pulled in by Washington and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You've got the first one for the second one to even matter.
And Howe will throw it. And he'll get it right back to Washington. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Drops this off with Nwangu.
2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll run with Nwangu.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Here's Howe. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. It's second down.
It's second down and 10.
Back to throw. Howe.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Now Howe.
Fighting through pressure, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's to his running back, complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 4. Throwing here is May. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. 83 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
To the air, May.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. They're giving those short little routes, tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you've got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Howell. Caught on the right side by Jones. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, fourth down. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Got an open man. It's Washington. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Washington. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Howell down to throw it. Connecting on the out route here with Higgins. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. Howell, he'll look to throw it. They'll set up the screen for Nwangu. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Howell, 3rd and goal. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Higgins. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Touchdown, Falcons! T. Higgins from 6 yards away. And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Howell to throw. Pass complete to Higgins. Out across the 40-yard line before he's brought down, so a 1st down and then some. Howell with one final shot. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted.